What's going on, everybody? I wanted to break down a short little spill, kind of touch a little bit on, the situation we're facing in our world today. You know, how crazy it is, so many racial tensions, political tensions, all that different stuff. I'm not going to do, you're not going to see me talking just a whole lot about politics in my videos. You know, we get that everywhere else. But the reason I want to touch on it because it goes hand in hand with a part of, my life. And I think that, a lot of people who share the same kind of experience as me seem to have the same outlook, the same opinions about life, and that is that people like if you talk to soldiers, people that have been in the wars, talk to people that's been in prison or any kind of areas just high stress situation, and what they like to say out here is we got PTSD, whatever, man. I ain't no victim. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I got, whatever's going on, whatever come from that experience, I made the best of it, and it's made my life better. But when you talk to these people, you will find out that, people that's been in those type of situations where it's life or death, you really learn what's important. All this stuff out here that people are bitching about and complaining and whining, a bunch of victims. People that's been in those situations, that's really had to fight for their lives, really been in a serious situation, they're not really tripping on this. They're not worried about all this different stuff, and a lot of times people will be like, oh, it's because you're insensitive or whatever. Maybe y'all are too sensitive. Not maybe, y'all are too sensitive out here. That's the deal. But me doing 5 years in prison, 5 years straight behind the fence, day for day. I was a violent offender, so I didn't get no good time. I didn't get none of that. I did my time. In Oklahoma, violent offender is 85%. So I did 85% of a 5-year sentence, 4 years, 9 months. So in prison, things are racially divided in a sense. Some states are worse. Some states are not as bad. Each state, and even each yard in each state is going to be different. So I'm not talking across the board by any means, but prison is racially divided, and it's mainly like that for self-preservation and protection. Because the truth is, whether you like it or not, white people operate different than black folks. Black folks operate different than white folks, than Mexican folks. Then Mexican folks operate different than white folks. Inside the Hispanics, you've depending on what state you are, and that it's the same with the whites, with the blacks. You got divided by race, and then you got divided by gangs. There's so much that goes into it. And you got to play by the rules, keep yourself safe, make sure you make it out that gate. But you really start learning, the truth about the situation. Because I tell you, first and foremost, most of these idiots running around a prison yard with swastikas tattooed on them ain't really racist. They're just confused and they're lost and they don't know what they believe, and they just latched on to some cause that somebody showed them. That's all that is. Very few of them that you meet are really about that, In Oklahoma, it's divided, but in the white boys, there's two groups, main groups. You got your Aryans, and then you've got your Irish mob. I'm a Mick. I roll with the Irish. Not per se a gang member. I consider myself just a straight up white boy, but having Irish heritage, I did lean towards that. I did not lean towards the Nazi crap. I don't get down with that. Even in the world, my papa fought against the Germans. I'm not with that. But you learn about it. You learn how people work. You learn how to politic with other races, with other groups that don't have the same views as you, but because you're forced into this situation, you learn how to deal with them. And I think it's very beneficial. It's why I'm so able to, me and you don't have to agree. We don't have to share the same views. We don't have to have any of that for me to treat you with dignity and respect. As a Christian, I don't believe in homosexuality. Can I talk and treat a homosexual person with dignity and respect? Do I got to go up and tell them about how they're going to hell, That's not how you win a person's heart to Jesus anyways. But whether I agree with it or not does not mean that I have to go be disrespectful, hateful, none of that stuff. And people out here need to learn it. And I'm talking about, yeah, my Christian brothers have a fault on this issue, but at the same time, this is largely pointed at the other side of the spectrum, because most of these liberals, these lefties, whatever you want to call it, I don't care about political parties. I don't consider myself a part of a political party. I'm just saying there's two sides to the spectrum. And the other side likes this moral superiority that they fake it, is what it is. They pretend like it is, but they're the most hateful people. They're the most hateful. Yeah. Like, you can disagree with something and not be hateful. For the most part, they can't do that. They can't do that. And I learned also in prison, like, because it's racially divided, people get really into their culture, and I think that's a real cool thing. And I've always been like that. As a white boy thugging it out in the streets, I always kicked it with the essays, I've had a real strong Hispanic presence around me my whole life. My wife is half Hispanic, That's just always what I gravitated towards, But it's cool because, man, the Native Americans, the Indians in there, they'll get with their culture. They'll be out there, having sweat lodges on Friday nights or Fridays out on the rec yard and stuff. The Muslims get to do their thing. Even, the Irish get to do their thing. The blacks, when they do the Juneteenth thing, and it's on the yard that I was on, that was always a big celebration for them. It's just cool because people embrace it, and they don't, and it's not like, oh, I'm black, so I'm celebrating my freedom from slavery of my people for 400 years of slavery, but I hate you white people. Don't get it twisted. Some of them feel like that, just like some white people are racist, you know what I'm saying? But it's more along the lines of people are just like, hey, I'm doing me. And that doesn't have anything to do with you. I'm doing me, and I think that's something that this world really needs to learn about. They really need to get that you can do you, and it doesn't mean that to come at the cost of another person. I'm not out here saying, I'm white. I love my people. I'm proud to be white, and I want to better, I want my white brothers and sisters to be better, to be blessed, be prosperous. So I'm going to have to tear down and exterminate every other race to make sure that happens. No, Hitler, that's not how that works. I can want the blessings and prosperity of my people, and it doesn't have to come at the cost of another people. I want other people to be blessed. I want us all to be blessed and prospered. You know what I'm saying? But we do have these things that we lean towards because of who we are and the way we were brought up and the things we've learned in life. I'm white. I'm a Christian. I'm Southern. Got Irish heritage. That's one of the reasons I never did like that Nazi stuff. Like, I'm not German. It was never a part of me. I always been about my Irish. I'm from the South. Does the South have a lot of issues? Yeah, but everybody's got a lot of issues, But this is what Jelly Roll say. This neighborhood ain't nothing, but I'm calling it mine. It's what it is. Yeah, we all got faults. We all got things going on in our past and things that we're going to end up doing in our future that we ain't perfect, But this is what I am, and I'm gonna claim it. I'm gonna own it. It's me, and I think everybody should do that, Doesn't mean don't grow, don't learn, don't progress, don't mature, don't get right in the areas you're wrong. It doesn't mean that. You should be growing and progressing. But, who you are, don't fake the funk, don't this self-hate that they preaching today. Like, everybody's supposed to, like, nah, man, love yourself. God created you to be who you are. And I learned a lot of this in prison. Running with, being a white boy, seeing how white boys function, seeing how the blacks function, seeing how the Mexicans function, and learning that this is how I function, and I've got to function a way within my group that also allows me to function with these people over here in a way that's safe for all of us. Because that's the thing about prison. You function in a wrong way, guess what? Your whole people is going to be, it's not, a lot of the times, yeah, maybe I go catch a fair one with somebody, but, if I offend a group of people, they about to come at my group of people. It's not just going to be me. All the homies gonna ride too. So now I'm looking at more lives, and I'm looking at how do I make it through this situation for all of us, for the bettering of all of us, that we can get along with everybody in here, and we can all make it home when that gate opens. And I say that because I'm gonna go off a little bit more on prison. I'm gonna tell some prison stories, some war stories, break down some politics, how that all works. And I just want y'all, give y'all. This is the basis of my stance. I'm not racist. I'm proud to be white. I'm not anti, um, any other religion because I'm a Christian. I'm not anti any other uh, nationality or heritage because I'm so proud of my Irish heritage. I'm not like, oh, I'm Irish, so I hate Germans. Whatever. I don't hate nobody. That's one thing I'm trying to get up out of my life. People make me mad. I got an anger temper. Sometimes I get hateful towards a specific person or situation. But on a whole, I'm not out here hating nobody like that. None of us should. But it doesn't mean to falter and just pull your skirt up over your head and give up everything that you are and you believe in, man. You can have your beliefs. Stand on what you believe. Stand tall for what you believe, even if you're standing alone. But don't let it make you hateful and resentful towards anybody else, because that's the enemy's plan. Because when that happens, he's destroying you. So there's my little spiel real quick. Give y'all a basis of my prison mentality, the mente. So y'all can know where I'm standing from when I start bringing out any other prison issues, start getting on these videos talking about prison stuff, which I'm going to do. And that's about all I got. So y'all have a blessed and safe weekend in Jesus' name, for Jesus' fame, man.